Face TV, of course. This guy's called Hugo.
Hello.
You probably know who I am. If you don't, well, that sucks for you. So we have Train coming up next, but first, before we get into any of the discussion of the match, we have a winner of the gut knife, of this beautiful gut knife. Look at it. Look at that wooden exterior.
Look at this.
It's
I need to
gorgeous.
pick a winner.
Can they hear you on the mic, James?
They can hear me on the mic.
Nice.
The winner is Tob Carl. Tobkarl. You have won yourself a gut knife, blue steel. This was actually my first knife. Not this actual one, but my first knife was a gut knife, blue steel.
Why is there a star in front of the gut knife bit? Why is
Indicates it's a knife.
Really? It's not the fact that there is a knife there that indicates it's a knife. But you need the star. That makes a lot of sense.
You need the star, mate. You need the star.
Okay, what's
back
next?
Back to the studio.
Oh. Well, hello there. Handsome people. So Train's coming up. SK's choice. Of course, they just managed to beat Penta on their map choice for this best of 5 on Inferno. And it looked pretty convincing most of the way until the end when things got a little bit hairy. But still, they managed to take it nonetheless. So we're going to move into a map where SK, as I mentioned before, this is one that they practice all the time. It's where they're very comfortable. They should win this against Penta. They shouldn't be as prepared, Penta.
It should be a convincing win, hopefully, but you never know, really. There can be upsets, and Penta of all teams, they could definitely be an upset game.
I'd say, you know, I haven't really seen a lot from Penta on this map, and when it comes to how the meta is developing on Train, again, when you're looking at how things work with the tier 1 teams and the more tier 2 teams, as I would say that these two teams are, I wouldn't say that these are 2 top 8 teams, so I will classify them as tier 2 for now. It tends to differ where the meta actually is and how the teams play, because also a huge element into what decision making is actually effective is based on the actual skill of the players. That's the coolest thing actually about top level Counter-Strike and top level anything, is that all the rules can get broken when the skill goes to this insane factor that we see from, you know, some of these top level teams like TSM, Fnatic. Cloud9 are doing some crazy nut stuff as well, and Na'Vi and so on and so forth. So either way, Penta, they're going to win the knife, and we're just going to have to see how Penta actually perform here and take it as it comes.
But obviously, Penta picking the CT side on Train. Train being very known to be very CT sided. I'm not sure. I've never really paid as much attention to the revamped new Train as I did in the old Train, you know, Source Train and early CSGO Train. So I don't really know. I know this Train's a rather CT sided, but if I'm right in saying it's not as CT sided as before.
Yeah, but again, it does depend on how the how well versed the T side is in actually playing the advantages of the map, and also knowing all the executes as well. I mean, you do need to know if you executes on this one, especially the way that you play with the smokes on the outside on the yard area for the A bomb site. It's very, very important. But I'm sure we'll see some of this from SK and Penta. We can discuss that as it takes place. As we're now into the pistol round, and we'll see a quick rush from on Ali actually. And I wonder if they're trying to get into CT spawn. That's always really awesome to see, but that's not even going to happen. Penta are just going to stop this dead. As only NiKo can really get out of there, and he's the last man standing against 3.
They're only 15 HP as well, it's not much you can do, and there we go, Crystal finishing him off, and that'll be the round to Penta, solid, and SK won't really be able to do too much there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty brutal situation. I mean, it's often going to come down to just hitting those shots on the pistol rounds, but I really wanted to see the idea from SK there. I wanted to see whether they were just going to go into A or if they were going to go through the CT spawn into B, because that's always super fun, very classic pistol round on this map. Either way, we will see the force up from SK. They've got the pistols, they've got the armors, and some grenades to work with as well.
But these SMGs on Penta's side might be able to rack up some serious money if they do come into play here. Krzby is going to be the only player on B at the moment. It seems like SK aren't going to be going towards the B side just yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those spots where, okay, how do we actually handle this round? And it looks like SK are actually going to probably go for it in the next 15 seconds, so I might not get too much of a chance to talk about it, but it's obviously the choice between A or B. When you're in a situation like this with a pistol armor, you're thinking about how can we get the numbers in, how can we get the bomb plant, and how can we get a couple frags, because that's where you're feeling like, okay, we did enough. And I was just about to say, I do feel like the inner is much better, because you can guarantee bomb plants with inner much more, and the frags can come. It's just unlikely that you win the round unless you can take connector shortly thereafter. as the CTs can get such a fast rotate into the bomb site. You've got nowhere to fall back to, really. And they're actually going to go straight for the rotation through PopDog, and SandeN's going to drop Struck straight away. So maybe this will actually happen here. Penta will lose 2 players, 2 for 2. And the bomb could go down very shortly here onto the A bomb site. They even have the smokes in place. So
there we go, kadiaN.
Wow.
Going large. NiKo will pull off a team kill, but kadiaN getting a nice double kill there. Running Tech 9, and finally NiKo finishing off Crystal. And that was a really fast rotate. I was not expecting that from SK. They all seem lined up to go towards the B site, and then suddenly, boom, all down PopDog. So well played by them, and that will take the round. And there we go. Penta, not in a great economical situation, are also going to force buy, which on the CT side on train, I'd say is a fair choice. Stavros picking up that scout. They've also got 1 kit to work with, so you know they could do something with that. And there we go, SK with 2 SMGs, picking up most of the weapons of the Penta players at least, and then AcilioN also grabbing a rifle with SandeN. And NiKo just leading the charge, going straight into Ivy. Stavros here with the scout is going to get a nice tag there. Not going to get the kill. NiKo only on 1 HP remaining, so 99 damage, but NiKo's still on 1. There we go, Berry leading out with a Molotov, and AcilioN dropping down into PopDog. They will find a frag there. Berry taking out tabseN, and AcilioN right behind, finishing off cristal. Now crisby and Stavros are the last 2 remaining here. Berry is just going to make short work of them, and Stavros last alive, just going to try and flick, but nope, down to 40 HP already, and he will get shot in the back by NiKo. And that'll be the round to SK again. There we go, Penta now going to have to eco.
So what we saw on the way that SK were able to break Penta straight away was that they abused the fact that you get this super fast rotate time through PopDog, and it's very scary. It's something that a team like Virtus.pro is very good at abusing, actually, and it's something that you can do on maps like Overpass as well, and it's very, very powerful if you know how to play with that. It can also work on Cash, but we're going to see SK just finishing up the very, very weak Penta players here, not really able to buy anything here. They decided to just go with as much of a save as they possibly could, and SK, well, sorry, as far as Penta go, they're not thinking about SK's economy, they're thinking about their own at the moment. But that's nice. tabseN picks up a kill from behind onto SandeN, but that is that's all they're really going to get, two frags, and now SK are going to be thinking about how they deal with the buy of Penta, knowing that Penta is unlikely they'll have an AWP, and SK have an opportunity to run and execute as well. Will we see the smoke execute? Will they play it very slow and try to just edge their way into the bomb sites? These are the 2 common defaults that we can see from the Ts.
But if you notice NiKo here picking up the AWP, he's going to be peeking out of A main fast and might just find a target, but nothing early, no early picks so far on Crystal. Getting aggressive on us, but might be able to get a frag. He does do a lot of damage and finish off the kill onto SandeN. That will be a nice shot, and that will give Penta the man advantage that they really need right now. And there we go. AcilioN not there to trade the frag, and pushing out of A main. NiKo will get the frag onto Stavros. tabseN just doing a bit of damage onto kadiaN, onto NiKo as well. Both players are low HP, but he didn't find either of the kills there as he flanks around the brown train. He's going to get dinked there by his teammate, I think there was, but no, AcilioN also on the B side making work, and tabseN finally picks up NiKo back on A, but kadiaN is still pushed up, and he's going to be backing off now to the B site here with the bomb. But 2 of the SK players are low, and 2 of the Penta players are low as well, so this could be a quite equal round. Strucks and Berry are going to make big plays this round, but tabseN through the smoke picks up AcilioN, and then that's going to give Penta the man advantage. The bomb has gone all the way back towards the A site, and Crystal just getting caught out rotating there. kadiaN finishing him off, and that's a 2 versus 2, and the HP is almost the same, 1 HP off on Penta's side, and they don't know. One player's gone up the ladder. There we go. Strucks checking it. kadiaN getting finished off. Luckily with low HP allowed that kill to happen, and now the bomb is planted for PopDog. Pause will be called in, but Berry getting 1, and it's just going to be defending the bomb right now. Fake peeking, but there we go. Strucksy will finish him off, and that'll be that. Oh no time.
Yeah, interesting stuff going on here. I mean, firstly, it looked like kadiaN didn't hear anything, didn't react. So that's probably what the pause is about, because he must not even be in the game, because you would expect kadiaN. He had like a good second to respond to that, and he's going to have fast reaction. So yeah, he did crash indeed. So they still won the round regardless. Although that said, Berry was kind of like shouldering the angle there despite being on really low HP, which is a little bit strange, because I think I'm pretty sure you can hear the plant being diffused from that position as well, and with it exploding anyway, he might have actually been able to survive that situation. So either way, SK win the round. They go 4-1. We're going to wait for kadiaN to rejoin to jump back into the fray, and SK, I mean, you can see why they picked this map. So far, things look like they're working out quite well. We saw SK take the kind of more edging style, where they try to abuse NiKo's ability to warp through the team main area and slowly just trying to pick up some kills. It was a little bit chaotic, but SK, I think a lot of credit has to go to AcilioN, because he did a crazy ballsy play, pushing into B by himself, getting quite deep next to connector, and then just holding there with 3 players basically surrounding him. And his entire job there was just to survive and just to delay and just to waste time, and he did just barely enough for the plant to go down.
So SK managing to pick up that round. Some nice rotates. I thought they were going to be at one point, but no, they backed off and went down Pop Dog. So just switching back and forth, and it seems to be confusing the Penta players, and that's going to allow them to pick up a solid round. And now Penta are going to have to just eco there. Struxy with the only rifle remaining, and armor and tabseN. The rest is just going to pick up pistols, a couple of smokes to hold off the choke points, but that's going to be it. And SK going for a 5-man Molotov buy, so hopefully they'll have something based around this. It seems like 2 of the players are going to be pushing fast up Ivy. Just being held back by the smoke, actually, NiKo there. Struxy getting ready to pop flash his teammate into Pop Dog. Will just find a frag, but AcilioN doesn't seem to be flash there, and SandeN will pick up the kill. Struxy does manage to trade him out, also gets a little bit of a tag through the box, won't manage to get a kill either, and it seems like this round is going in favour of Penta so far. Still 3 players left on the SK side, so they can still make something work, but Penta already picking up 2 kills, which is pretty massive on almost a full eco. They've managed to pick up a rifle with that too. AcilioN also on low HP. There we go. Berry gone down, and now this will give the advantage to Penta. Struxy also getting another kill, but he's going to be traded out. Now NiKo is left alive in a 1 or 2, but he's got plenty of nades, plenty of time, and he's full HP. So this is definitely doable for him and crisby. Just about to walk into his aim. There we go. NiKo getting the nice tap onto him, and now only tabseN left alive, and 37 HP on him as well. So NiKo is almost about to pull off a nice clutch, but tabseN's already on a 3k. Can he turn it into 4?
NiKo waiting, and there he's so patient. It's the control, the composure, just the level of calm from NiKo. You never doubt him in situations like that. He's so clean with these shots, and he's going to pick up SK another round. And of course, Penta, they should never have come close to winning that round. So you have to give it to them there, give them the props that they deserve. But it's all about this one now. We've got AWP versus AWP. This is the first proper buy we're going to see out of Penta, and NiKo's going to go straight in for a fast angle with his AK-47. It's kadiaN who's now picked up the AWP, and kRYSTAL, oh, he's going to whiff the shot, but he's given away his position as well. So can SK actually try to capitalize here? They've got players in Yard, players in Pop Dog, trying to cause some distraction on all over the map here. Penta, this has got to be quite stressful to deal with.
There we go, AcilioN dropping down Pop Dog, and it seems like they're setting up for some kind of A-take there. Berry managing to get the headshot onto tabseN, and now NiKo also go on the flank, will pick off stavros as well, and that's going to be a 5 versus 2 advantage SK, and now just on the site, kadiaN will manage to find the shot to Struxy into the smoke. SandeN taking out crisby, so that'll be 6-1 to SK, and you can really see how much time they put into this map. They really have good communication so far, and they're really working on it together. So 6-1 already, and Penta being pushed into an eco again. They're going to have to go for a save round here with only a couple of pistols and some armor to work with.
That was a really huge domino effect there. Those 2 kills from Berry meant that the players in Yard, they had to look everywhere, and this is impossible. It's just impossible to hold that then. Pretty scary stuff considering SK are able to walk over the Penta lineup on the CT side so far, and they're on the eco once more, and they do have a couple players close to Pop Dog. If there is a miracle and they manage to take down 2 or 3, then perhaps they can pick up the weapons and make a round of this, but otherwise, heavy favourites are SK for making this 7-1. That's already a pretty strong scoreline on Train for the T side.
There we go. NiKo with a nice entry frag there. crisby going down. He's going to get challenged, but oh my god,
this
2
guy
in a row. He is just unbelievable. It's like watching Smurf play on matchmaking. It's just, just destroying the CTs right here. NiKo down to 7 HP, but I don't think that's going to deter him from doing anything here. 2 players left on Penta's side, and it seems like it's going to go for some exit frags here.
Reminds me a little bit of what's kind of the impact that Olofmeister can have sometimes for Fnatic when he's really going. Like he just wins every fight, and it's so hard to deal with that. You're up against a guy that it doesn't matter what kind of engagement it is, he'll just win the fight. And 7-1 indeed, and it's a flawless victory for them. So look at the money. They are high rollers at the moment, all around 10k, and we will see the AWPs and a proper buy again from Penta, but it doesn't even seem that this has been helping them that much. They're going for the double AWP now. This would be a perfect round for SK to go for a wall of smokes, but considering they're hitting all the shots, why would they even try to play like a smoke strat when they can just out-aim them?
Yeah, double AWP is going to be pretty good, and they're going to split one per site. Seems like, there we go, kRYSTAL and B upper might be able to find a frag here. Does go for the shot, just misses, and at the same time he does pick up a second one while NiKo takes out Strux here. NiKo, I'm not even seeing NiKo, but he's just tapping away and he's just getting fragged. He
is actually doing the kind of classic Olofmeister move on train where you just run out of team main with the AK and just kill everyone. That's actually the classic Olofmeister
strategy. AcilioN there picking up one of his own. Nice spray control at range. He does pick up the second, and now kRYSTAL is left alone in a 1-on-3 with the AWP, and it's not going to be a whole lot he can do. He comes in towards connector there.
This is just complete, just individual domination from SK. Basically, if NiKo is going to go out in yard and just tap down 2 players, your defense outside is completely destabilized. Everyone's going to rotate, reposition, and there's a lot of pressure on the CTs that are left because there's so much space then that the terrorists get to work with into the bomb plant. So it's so hard in that, like when 2 people instantly die like that, it's so hard to adjust. Like how do you actually adjust to that? And SK, if they keep playing like this in the rest of this series, you can't help but think that they're just going to win 3-0.
It looks like this at least. Maybe it's just the map, but
could be, yeah. Could be just that lack of knowledge or familiarity on Penta's side with the angles. That is a possibility. But this is definitely momentum for SK. A lot of momentum.
Yeah, and here we see Penta not with a full buy-up at all. They've got 3 pharmacies, which is unlucky for them. But SK, on the other hand, full nades, full armor, pistols, and 1 AWP on kadiaN, of course. Stavros, look at them just pushing out of Pop Dog there, getting frags instantly. AcilioN and SandeN both going large, and kRYSTAL trying to defend the A site, but in vain. He will go down. There we go. tabseN coming in with the rotate will manage to pick up 1 swift kill as he does play with the ladders there. kadiaN just almost shooting his teammate through the smoke, was very closer, and SandeN just needs to retrieve the bomb so he can back off towards the B site if needed. Flashes will go out, but nope, not going to hit kRYSTAL there, trying to go for the peak. Sorry, not kRYSTAL, tabseN. There we go, tabseN going down. Now, kadiaN is on the flank here, and so he could get a nice shot onto kRYSTAL. I'm sure he's calling to his teammate just to wait around and to not play too aggressive. And you see, kRYSTAL is not peeking the right angle, and it seems like he's just going to be flanked. But wait, what is Oh, kadiaN's just missed him. He's gone back to CT spawn, and kRYSTAL seems like he's going to get close to SandeN here. Here we go.
Oh no!
He just walked below him.
Oh, it's God.
Oh no!
But will SandeN actually
so
spot him? This is actually ridiculous.
Who's going to see him first? I think SandeN might check his
Please look right.
Oh
SandeN.
my God!
This is absurd.
Oh, SandeN just looked over at the wrong time. They Molotov'd off. I don't think they have any clue where he is at this point. They must have think he's rotated.
And he might think that they do know where he is, having seen that Molotov there now. So this is very weird indeed.
That was so close.
It's such a bizarre situation.
But he's going to be rotating to B, so that's a good call from him. But oh, what was that? That was just so close. You could almost see his feet. It's just there we go. SandeN getting the final frag. He should have got at least 40 seconds earlier, and SK will win the round. That was just so unlucky there. He could have actually done that round though, kRYSTAL. If he obviously saw SandeN had no idea how he was. He wasn't looking down. He could have just shot up, got that kill, and then he'd be left on a 1-on-1. And kadiaN with the AWP, you know, he is skilled, but he's got the bomb and not a lot of time left. So could have been a round to Penta there, but unlucky kRYSTAL. When they watch that back, they're going to be so upset.
Yeah, and I'm beginning to wonder if SK are actually just going to 14-1 this at this rate.
It looks like it.
NiKo, once again, he's just shooting fish in a barrel at the moment. However, fish has 5-7s. And the fish somehow, I don't know if you can pull triggers with fins, but they're managing to make it happen. And we're going to have SK actually losing a man or 2. So some damage, but it's not really worth much considering that SK's economy is so incredibly huge at the moment. So Penta, I don't know, these are just those hopeless situations where, for example, when it comes to, you know, you're playing against another team and you're playing like a league match or something, if your strategy is better, but their skill is just way better, your strategies are just, it just doesn't matter anymore. Just they're on another tier, and it seems like that's what SK are bringing to the table. It doesn't even matter if Penta are having better positioning. SK are just hitting all the shots, and that's what this game is at the end of the day. Hitting those shots, hitting the headshots, and NiKo has been providing a lot of those. I'm actually going to be quite curious what his stats are going to be like.
When you say SK are hitting the shots, do you mean NiKo's hitting the shots?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that said, we're going to see a quick double there from kRYSTAL, so he's going to be able to slow the roll a little bit for Penta, or SK, sorry. And it's going to be Penta who are now trying to re-rotate. You can see them just rotating everybody into B there. They were so afraid of a full push. They're actually out of position here onto this bomb site, so this could be heavily capitalized upon by the grenades of SK, and they're doing just that. Got Penta, they're all stuck in this choke point at the moment, trying to boost tabseN over the top to get a look in, to see what's going on. He's actually going to be a little bit surprised to see almost nothing at the moment, but there are 3 SK players lurking.
Yeah, but a double AWP on the retake might not be too good for Penta, as if the bomb does go down, it seems like it's going to be going towards the site. There we go. NiKo is dropped. This could be a problem. Only SandeN is left alive in a 1 versus 4, and he has managed to find the first frag, but players are coming for all around him, and he's not checking the right angles here.
Alright, so this could be round number 2 for Penta, unless SandeN pulls an unbelievable clutch out of the bag. He's got 20 seconds, though, to get the bomb down, so it's pretty unfavorable. There's the first player. That's pretty free, but kRYSTAL picks up the shot as his position is then known, and Penta in with a round. So that's very nice to see them fighting back there off the back of kRYSTAL's double. But how many rounds can Penta get? The SK already on 10, and this is their map choice as well, so you would expect them to have a strong CT side.
They're going to need at least 4, I think, to even have a chance, but at this point I don't think they even have a chance to win this game regardless. Just SK seem to have just dry run all their strats and just over and over again. They know what they're doing, and NiKo is just destroying as well, so this is making it really, really hard for Penta to do anything actually. Yeah,
we have that aggressive positioning very fast down into yard as well. I believe it is NiKo again, I think, who is deep in yard at the moment. Just waiting for an opportunity.
kRYSTAL again getting burned alive, but don't worry, he's still going to peek out of the Molotov and get a frag. Oh, down to 40 HP already, but still surviving. kadiaN just pushing out, will get taken out on the ladder. NiKo flicking around, does get one, and now this is going to give the man advantage to SK, and still a player in CT, and trying to get a shot to kRYSTAL into connector, and he does, and there we go, kRYSTAL left alone now. Not a whole lot he can do.
Such a joy to watch NiKo.
It seems like every round we're just seeing someone in a clutch situation, and just there's nothing they can do. And 17 and 7 to NiKo already, and
he's hard carrying them.
Yeah,
that is. I mean, the thing is that he's not just fragging, but the frags he's getting are incredibly important. Like he's not, let's say, baiting people or whatever, or just catching exits or something. He's actually getting in there, getting the entries.
And it's by round frags as well. He's not just jumping in and getting anti-eco frags against people with pistols from long ranges. He's just running in there when people have AWPs and rifles and just one-tapping them. It's just, it's really good play. And here we go, AcilioN flashing his teammates in. They will be pushing towards the B site so far. No early rotate so far, but there we go, NiKo just managed to get a frag on tabseN, flicks around, getting some shots off, and he does also finish off stavros. And still there's a third player on the A site. They're just trying to kill NiKo at this point. That's all that really matters. NiKo down to 21 HP, but he's still going to push up. Finally going to be punished, and there we go. AcilioN still trading the frag, leaving just kRYSTAL in a 1-on-4. NiKo there moaning about his HP in chat. The only thing that's going to get in the way of him from acing every round, I think.
Alright, so 11-2, soon to be 12-2. And this could be a very fast train, and the map afterwards is actually going to be Dust 2, picked by Penta. You would expect them to have a much more of an easy time there.
You'd hope so.
A map that everyone is comfortable with. Everyone has seen everything at this point, so you can't be easily surprised at the very least.
No, definitely not. There we go, kRYSTAL, nice angle, just behind AcilioN. He's not going to go for the knife kill, it's just going to leave him. That's going to be unlucky. He might not even get the frag at this point. Oh, he just gave away a frag there. That was very unlucky.
Oh dear. So 12-2, and we go into the last round of the first half. So it's all about, it's all been about NiKo just running in and murdering people. Let's see if he's going to continue his murderous spree. I'm not sure if he's got the most forward spawn, but well, I think he's even throwing away the guns. I love that he's actually doing this, even though it doesn't matter at all. It's very unlikely that the CTs will ever get an edge by going for those guns in the last round. It's really nice to see that that's the mentality they have going forwards.
You know, even with 12 rounds to 2, they still just want to play it safe and just win. They're not just going to get arrogant and go, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, these guns won't do a thing. They're knowing that, you know, every little bit counts, so they want to take advantage of as much as they can. And there we go, kRYSTAL, nice frag onto NiKo, will turn it into a 3-on-3, and he needs to pick up a second one if they want to stop the plant going down as the terrorists push towards the site there. Berry, Molotov connected, but all 3 CTs are on the A site, so a rotate would be a wise move here. But there we go, the bomb is down for the CTs, and kRYSTAL also picking a kill. And kRYSTAL will as well, and there we go, SandeN just left alone. Going to be on 17 HP, but kRYSTAL isn't on too much HP either, and they haven't got any nades to work with on the CT side, only a couple of flashes, and SandeN is going to get flanked there by kRYSTAL, and that'll be the round to Penta. So at least they got 3 rounds finally, but, you know, 3 to 12, I'm not too, you know, outstanding by that or anything. It should be just a solid SK win now on the CT side.
Yeah, you would definitely expect them to be able to close this one quickly, but we'll have to see how the pistol goes first and foremost. And I am very curious to see what kind of strat Penta are going to run. Again, previously SK, they tried. I'm pretty sure they're going for the CT spawn to B play. I'm just going to say that because that's what I would like to see most, and they were going alley. But Penta looks like they're going to try a bit of a split at the start of the map, dropping the bomb even towards team main. So they're actually just chilling, just seeing if they can get a kill somewhere, and then making the call reactively. And there it is. kadiaN gets the kill into stavros. So that kind of sucks for Penta's opening. They have to make it work now with 4 players against SK's 5. And SK have 3 players towards the B-bomb site now as well. So definitely it's going to be hard to actually get onto the bomb plant without losing a few players. So it does look very favorable for SK.
Yeah, definitely. But you can see how confident SK are with their aim. They've just gone for 4 armor buys instead of any nades running to hold down sight. And there we go, kadiaN proving that we'll get the first frag there, but getting traded out by kRYSTAL. And now it's a 3-on-3. Struxy is low HP, but the bomb is going to go down. It's going to be good on the B side. They just need to, like you said in the first half, they need to get the advantage by pushing into connector, but it seems like they're going to lose a player early. That's not going to allow them to do much. kRYSTAL is the only one with a good amount of XP, and Struxy actually here on the flank might be able to do something if he hurries up. There we go, kRYSTAL still trying to defend the site. There we go, nice triple burst shot. The flank coming in from Struxy will get a frag, and it seems like this pistol round is going in favour of Penta here, but only Struxy left, and the defuse is going to come in and he's going to stick it, and that will be...
Oh, he's got it!
There we go, AcilioN, nice shot as well, will get the defuse. I did not expect that. Wow, it really looked like Penta had that at one point.
Yeah, that was a nice save actually, going into that bomb plant in an unfavorable position, having a man down, turning it into a favourable spot, but soon gets it done. So here we are going to see the P90 on Berry, Scout for NiKo, and a bunch of M4s. So it's going to be pretty hard. It's going to feel pretty oppressive to run in towards that as a T player. And at the moment they are just relaxing and spread out pretty much as they were on their pistol round.
We did see Berry yesterday playing with a P90, I think it was on Cash, if I'm not mistaken, and did make work with that, so hopefully we'll see that again. Love seeing a bit of P90 action against some no-armoured enemy players. Seems like he's going to do so. Again, the first frag, second and third. Almost getting the fourth, but having switched to the pistol, and there we go, there's the headshot. And now Berry racking up that money with a P90, and then SK will be on 14 rounds here, and Penta just on 3 are finally going to be able to get their first full buy of the T side.
Yeah, and you would expect SK to have a bit of trouble with this one. I mean, kRYSTAL, he doesn't have any armor, sure, but he should be able to get a pick with this. He's a very, very fast AWPer. Let's see if he can get it done. They are going to smoke him off straight away. That's very nicely played by SK. And you can see how aware they are of what that forces, like what kind of angles that forces Penta to play with as AcilioN repositions here. Very aware of what they have to work with. And SK are looking pretty good at the moment. Penta trying to bust their way into the outside bomb site, but it's not working at the moment. kRYSTAL, he's the only one to answer back so far.
SandeN is still holding this angle, going to be flashed out. And krisby actually manages to push out without anyone knowing, and there we go, kRYSTAL going down at the end, and that'll be 15 rounds to SK match point. Penta has no chance, and at this point, yeah, look at their money. Can't even buy. They're going to have to put towards a Tech 9 B or A rush, I think, at this point. Not a whole lot they can do. kRYSTAL still trying to work out what he can do. He can get a Galil. He's going to be dropping that to his teammate. No, he can afford armor. Oh yeah, he's going to be dropping that to his teammate. krisby there with head armor as well. So a wise choice by kRYSTAL, sacrificing his nades so krisby could buy a rifle, which is fair enough, I think. Good team play by him. And here we go towards the B site, pushing in slowly. kadiaN holding this angle. He might be able to catch out tabseN, but just pulls out a nade just before. Luckily, Berry is right behind him to hold him off, and he will get the frag. It's now 4 versus 5, and Berry with his P90 is going to be making work on the B site. Second kill there. Struxy is going to get traded out after killing kadiaN, and 2 players left on Penta's side. Really no hope this round. krisby does get a kill, and just as I say that, Caster's curse. Round turns around, and then Back to kRYSTAL in a 1-on-2. Just turns around before he notices NiKo. Oh, SandeN just jumping in, and there we go. SK win the round, and that will be 16-3 to SK.
Yeah, so basically we just saw a pretty fast 2-0 in this series. One more map now. That's all that is required for SK to actually take this one. I definitely expected them to have this series. That was, I mean, again, I feel like they're the team with more potential, especially with NiKo playing for them. And considering how he's been playing, of course, we can really see it come into effect here. Just walking out to yard, basically doing the Olafmeister, taking no prisoners. And that 16-3 train, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that convincing.
You know, we did say before the game it was going to be a convincing win most likely, but 16-3 really is quite a surprise, even for SK versus Penta. So, you know, hopefully we're going to see Penta try and do something to retaliate to that, but really on paper I don't think that's really going to happen. I think SK will probably take dust too. You know, NiKo just playing phenomenally on train.
Yeah, there's actually not really all that much you can say as far as analysis goes for that match. When one team is outskilling the other so heavily, and then you know, going into the next half, that there's no rounds to even play with on your CT side, it just comes down to the individual skill in that sense. So very well done. I would expect players like kRYSTAL and Stavros to really come into play on Dust 2 though, so they should have a much better game. But guys, we'll take a quick break whilst we set that one up. Is Penta able to hold on to this series? Will they hopefully take the 4 or 5 maps and maybe even take it? Well, it's up in the air right now. It's not looking too good for them. We'll find out here on Face the TV after the break.